in later and get more tires?
Yeah, would it be too late?
Yeah, probably will be too late. He will give up all his track position. Remember, he did not pit as late as Timothy Peters did. He pitted a lot earlier than Timothy Peters.
And we've also seen Johnny Sauter, while he's racing very respectfully with his teammate, he's gained all the way up inside the top 10. So you can make moves if you got a good truck with fresh tires.
Todd Bodine, not the truck that he was hoping he would get out to be able to look at the end of the race.
Finally, there goes Johnny Sauter. He got around.
Oh, and there we saw Ron Hornaday. Looks like he made a little contact with the 88 just to let him know, hey, by the way, I'm going by you.
No, he wanted to make sure once that hole was open by Johnny Sauter that he was going to get in that hole and get by the 88 as well.
Ron said, I might have misjudged that just a little. I mean, that wasn't much of a miss.
Battle for the lead on the left side of your screen. That's Timothy Peters just in front of the 2 of Kevin Harvick. NASCAR has given a warning to the 30 of Todd Bodine. You've got to pick up your speed. There is a minimum speed here at Martinsville. If you don't make that minimum speed, they'll black flag you and take you off the racetrack.
Yeah, and his truck's tore all to pieces. Looks like he might come to pit road now, Rick.
Looks like he's gonna stay on the racetrack, but it won't be much longer. I don't think that speed right there will reach the minimum speed that NASCAR requires. It's a certain percentage of the pole speed. You hear Todd saying he's going to pull it in.
And smoke coming off the right side of that truck.
So Todd will go another short track race without getting a win.
And remember, that was our point leader coming into this race.
Todd Bodine had a 4-point lead over Timothy Peters coming into this, the 3rd race of the 2010 season. Now the battle up front is between Timothy Peters and Kevin Harvick for the lead. Welcome back. The 81 of David Starr came to stop just past the commitment line to pit road. His pit stall is actually the first stall, or pit stall 43 here at Martinsville. It looks like the engine now has fired once again, and NASCAR is going to hold them.
Mike Skinner, one of the first trucks to come to pit road, Phil. We talked about him needing a caution to get some tires. He got that caution, and he's getting those tires.
Oh, by the way, David Starr's his teammate.
Coincidence?
Well, quite possibly. Adam.
We go 4 tires and air pressure for Mike Skinner, and this is exactly what they wanted. An opportunity to come to pit road late in the race, get those 4 fresh tires, and Austin Dillon in his first ever trip to Martinsville on pit road again, right of your screen. This is probably the 6th time the 3 truck has been in today. It's not been an easy debut, but he has stayed on the lead lap, and we'll see what kind of finish this Rookie of the Year contender can get here this afternoon.
Austin's had a good truck. He's been racing around the top 10.
He's been fast. We've seen him get aggressive here lately, taking a couple of trucks 3 wide. Now he's got some fresh tires. You can get even more aggressive, Rick, when you got fresh tires. Hey.
Aaron's lucky dog goes to Brett Butler. It's awful nice of him to give Brett the lucky dog.
Well, he was the first truck a lap down, so. But he's back on the lead lap. Had a great run today, Brett has in that Fuel Doctor truck. You know, he stayed on the lead lap, got some track position early, got in a bit of a squeeze there with Austin Dillon, but yet remains on the lead lap.
Let's see if we can make some contact with our leader, Timothy Peters. Hey, Timothy, Phil Parsons in the speed booth. You have a copy? It's going to be one to go at the line. We're not going to try Timothy again. We don't want to interrupt him. He knows he's going to have Kevin Harvick on the outside, the dominant truck in this race.
He's got his hands full.
Man, if I'm Timothy, Phil, I might have just zoned you right out right there.
I think he might have actually did, I think.
And I think the reason being is he knows he's still got about 70 laps that he has to be perfect. He's got to drive a perfect race. And right now, the guy that's faster than him has driven up on the outside of him. We got these double file restarts, and Kevin Harvick is going to pull right up beside him for this green flag.
Yeah, the guy on the outside. Slouch. Yeah, by the way, he's leading the points in the Sprint Cup Series after 5 events.
Randy Kaiser pulls the pace car off of the racetrack, and now the field back in the hands of the 17 of Timothy Peters. On the outside, it's Kevin Harvick. Again, Harvick won this race a year ago. Timothy Peters won the fall race last year. So who will get out front when the green flag flies? We're back underway at Martinsville.
Harvick strong on that outside.
Timothy looks like he has the advantage. Let's see if he can clear him by the time he gets off too. Not yet.
Kevin Harvick still holding steady on the outside. Looks like he's going to try for the spot. Here comes Eric Almirola. He's going to try to take that position away from Kevin Harvick.
What about those two Billy Baloo trucks? Almirola and Benson, third and fourth. Every week those two trucks are right up in the top 5, and no exception today.
And with different drivers, we had Stephen Wallace at Atlanta gets a top 5 finish in his first ever career start in the Camping World Truck Series, and now JB jumps in this truck. That's a strong run going. And by the way, that's Johnny Sauter right behind JB in 5th.
Running in the 5th spot. We saw Johnny Sauter have problems on pit road. You see the remnants of that on the left rear quarter panel of that number 13 as it sticks out. The left rear tire was not on when Johnny Sauter dropped the jack, or when they dropped the jack and Johnny Sauter was about to leave. But he's been able to overcome that. Now he's all over the back bumper of the 15 of Johnny Benson.
And the thing right now, you see Johnny pull over to block him a little bit. As you talked earlier, Johnny's got a bit of an attitude right now, and deservedly so. He knew that he had a great truck. He's going to work to the inside of JB. I think JB's going to have to give him some room here.
Johnny Benson knows that Johnny Sauter's got a faster truck, and Sauter just did a really good job of not rattling Johnny Benson's cage too much. You know, he did get on the inside, got into him a little bit, but it was pretty clean racing for Martinsville standards, and Sauter was able to get on the inside of Johnny. He's completed the pass, and here comes Ron Hornaday trying to see if he can fill that hole.
Ron's not able to do it this time. Johnny's able to take over that 4th spot and now take off after Eric Almirola in the 3rd spot.
That was about a classic pass at Martinsville by Johnny Sauter. You know, you have to bump a guy a little bit, but he didn't do it too much. He was able to open the door and finish the deal. Now he's going to go see if he can do the same thing to Almirola.
I think it takes a lot more talent to pass somebody like that than just to go up there and knock him out of the way.
Oh, it definitely does, and you have to. Here comes Harvick.
Here comes Harvick doing it the right way. As you mentioned, you don't have to knock him out of the way. Harvick got the nose on the inside. Timothy Peters moves to the outside. It's a drag race down the backstretch into turn 3.
Timothy's trying to hang tough on the outside. He's going to succumb to Harvick right now and move over and try to get that 2nd spot and stay ahead of the rest of those guys.
So now Timothy Peters follows Kevin Harvick into 1 and 2. Harvick back out front. He will be adding to his laps led 127 laps already in this race. Trying to add on to that, we see some more side-by-side racing. Ricky Carmichael back on the racetrack after the hard hit that he had earlier. Austin Dillon in the 3 moving by him, as well as the 12 of Mario Gosselin.
That's a battle for the 12th position. Austin Dillon just took over the 12th spot. Now Mario and Ricky battling for the 13th position.
What another great run for Mario Gosselin in that Tire Monkey truck. He's just been able to keep it right up there around the top 10, making his way around Carmichael.
Just in front of these guys, an impressive performance by the 9 of Max Pappas. Max Pappas trying to break into that top 10. He's got Austin Dillon now working his back bumper.
Max jumps off the curb a little bit. It's going to allow Austin to get to the inside. He has position.
So Austin Dillon makes the pass. He takes that position away. Here comes Mario Gosselin now.
You know, there's no rest for the weary. Max Pappas dealt with with Austin Dillon. He said, finally, that guy's gone. I'll be darned. There's somebody beating on my back door again.
That was that monkey.
0.4 of a second separating Kevin Harvick and the 17 of Timothy Peters. The final 57 laps of racing from Martinsville when we come back. Kevin Harvick now out front. Johnny Sauter on a mission, trying to gain positions back after problems on pit road. Bumping and banging everywhere here at the half mile. Today's aerial coverage brought to you by the DirecTV blimp for this Kroger 250. Call 1-800-DirecTV to switch.
Got some great stuff on DirecTV. See some debris on the racetrack.
Little debris on the racetrack.
Got 50 laps to go, guys, and this is, if I'm Kevin Harvick, I'm feeling pretty good that I got the 17 beat, but now I'm starting to wonder, do I have the 13 beat?
And remember, the 13 is going to line up right behind the 2 of Kevin Harvick. There's Narain Karthikeyan. Remember, he was my spotlight driver. He was running along in the 16th position on the lead lap. Going to be a little contact right here. He leaves the bottom of the racetrack open and then comes down a little bit. A little contact from the 46 of Clay Greenfield. Was not able to get his truck refired to stay on the lead lap, unfortunately. But again, he's going to stay out there. Here's another look right here. You see Narain come down a little bit.
I don't think Greenfield really knew what Narain was doing. You know, he went in